Welcome to Millennials Banter, where we bring you the most desirable stories with a twist of humor. Today, I'm also honored to be accompanied by one of my close friends, who is also an investor in Safemoon. How's it going, bro?
So good, man. It's so good here from the Safe Moon camp.
That
The hypest coin on the market right now.
that's right. Very good. When was it that you went into Safemoon? Because you did a very good job of waiting for a small retracement and then you went in, right?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm quite new into this space. I traded a little bit of, I've dabbled with a bit of stocks before, but this whole cryptocurrency kind of situation was brand new to me. And a few weeks ago, one of my buddies came up to me and he was like, "Look, we're all buying this Safe Moon, and this is going to go up, and it's going to be, do it times 100." They're saying by the end of this bull run, which is estimated to be about November, December. So it was around. Actually, look, you got it. Right. It was right at the beginning of. It was probably even a little bit back from where you've seen. So it was probably the beginning of April. He came to me,
Mhm.
and so he came to me, yeah, just yeah, right there before that first major peak. So I mean, I wish I bought it there, but what happened was I didn't know enough about it. And you have been doing like trading for a while, so I came to you and I asked you, and I was like, look, I don't know much about this, and you suggested to me to learn a little bit more before we go in. So yeah, I did exactly that. So I waited 2 weeks. I did a little bit of research and finally decided to take the plunge and actually go for it around 19th of April. Is so basically like you get right there that you're pointing at. So I waited for that little dip there, and I was kind of hoping it would dip more, but it wasn't. So as it was just coming back up, I was like, you know what, this seems like it's going to the moon for real. So let's just put a couple of £100 on it. So I put £200 on it at the time, and I mean, it was one of the greatest things. Like I hadn't experienced money going up like that before. Like I literally put it up, and from the second I put this money on there, it just kept shooting up, and literally, like, look, you can see there the growth till the next couple of days. I literally went. So I invested around, I think, yeah, that end of the week. By Tuesday, the following week, it had gone exactly there. I looked at my £200 was 1,150, I think, something like that. So it's done like a crazy return. And at that point, I was tempted to actually sell some to pull my initial investment out because I've been watching Connor Penny for a while, and he always encourages everybody to take profits, take profits, take profits, and I fully support that. I mean, me and you had talked about it, so I fully support taking profits. But for me, at the time, £200 wasn't a lot of money. So I thought, you know what, let me ride this baby. Let's see where we're gonna go. And obviously, it crashed. There was a lot of dumping at that stage going on. And however, because I think I bought it, and you can see at the low, it's still higher than where I bought it. So, and just to explain what it did, a couple of dips. I mean, obviously it went to an all-time high, it did a dip, and then the second dip there you can see just after the first major dip, so right in the beginning, when around 22nd of April, that was, they had an AMA. I'm sure by now everybody has heard about this. They did an AMA, they weren't very professional or whatever, and at the time, oh yeah, and just before that there was the war on rugs, when they were calling it a rug pull and a scam token and whatever. So that kind of really, people lost faith in the token really quickly for a couple of days. And there was even Keemstar posted saying, you know what, I didn't like that AMA. I'm out. Personally, I did not have an issue with AMA because I do have quite a few friends who are like these tech type people, and they're all like that. They're all like this, little bit, what's the word I'm looking for without offending anyone? They're a little bit quirky, and this they were just a little bit quirky. The AMA was a little bit, all over the place. It was very casual, and I was going through Twitter at the time, and I could understand why people were feeling that way, because people were like, you know what, this is a several billion-dollar company now, and they should not be behaving this way. So I did that first major peak. However, I was never into. I was always in profit, even at the bottom of that peak. And then one thing I did appreciate though about these guys, and we talked about refinable in our previous video, where the communication was not great. With these guys, when they did the AMA, that was not very professional by some standards. The CEO John came out straight away and he was like, you know what, I'm sorry guys, and he explained himself. And then from there on out, all the videos that they kind of been posting, all the other AMAs they've been doing has been very professional. They've been suited and booted. I think it's restored a lot of faith in the community since. And then, we just did this whole sideways trading for a while. You can see there, like it was sideways, sideways, sideways. It went a little bit lower. And then they kind of announced that because, Trust Wallet has been a major issue for a lot of people because it doesn't reflect the right price and whatnot. So these guys raised $1 million and they kind of are launching their own wallet and they made the announcement. So then that kind of you can see that it kind of peaked and actually yes you can show that a little bit. So let's see. It's great, right? I think I heard something like they're gonna reward people like 20% or something like that. If you got their own wallet, which is, I mean, to be honest, I'm not gonna go through the whole process of transferring. That's if you go down a bit, that guy with the glasses, that's the guy. I think Thomas. That's right. He's the guy that was a little bit quirky on the AMA, but I thought it was quite funny, and I thought actually it was quite. I thought it's quite expected for a someone who is from a tech background to be like that, but so
Yeah.
I wasn't too put off by it, but apparently a lot of people were, and I guess it is what it is. I mean, if people were offended by it, but
Yeah.
the point being, ever since they have actually improved, they've improved their community. I mean, their communication has always been great. They have a great Twitter following. They've always been keeping up people up to date. It seems like a really genuine team, to be honest with you. And ever since this whole wallet thing, uh, the price has been booming again. I'm back in. I think last time I checked, let me just check quickly. I think at the moment, from my initial investment of £200, and actually just a little bit below £200, because when you buy the BNB and you transfer it over to your Trust wallet and everything, you lose some. So let's see how much. Yeah, I got about 700 odd pounds from my 200. So it's great. So yeah, it's been a great experience. And today, actually, one thing I want to mention, tomorrow on Sunday, they're having another AMA. And my price prediction is it's going to keep going up, but very steady. It's going to keep going up. And my long term price prediction for this would be I think we're going to be looking at, if I was on the previous all-time high, I was sitting on 1,000 something. I think this time, hopefully, I'll be sitting around 2,000. At which point, I'm gonna take out majority of my investment.
Yeah, that makes sense. Perhaps initially, as we get closer to this price, we can start doing partial profits, take partial profits, and if we see that it reaches the 15 number, then potentially take out the majority of our position, wait for a crash, and then make a decision as to if we should go back in or not, and if this project will have another peak. So very similarly to you, I went in a couple days after you. I think I went in around, let's see, right around here, right around here, and then. But I've already sold my position with Safemoon and I've bought Dogecoin instead. Now I do kind of regret it a little bit because Safemoon is taking off faster than Dogecoin is, and it does have a lower price, so that the probability of it giving us a fivefold from here is higher than Dogecoin with regards to the amount of time that it would require for it to give us a fivefold. But like you said, it's a good project. The people who are working this project, the team, do come across as very professional. They have been putting in massive efforts, and their wallet, which literally came out a couple of days ago, seems promising. So, all in all, we are both excited about this project, and we think that it does have a bright future.
Exactly. And just again, this is not financial advice. This is just our own experience from dealing with this. And as I've stated in the videos, I'm very new into the space myself. So I thought maybe there's some merit in what I'm experiencing, because maybe a lot of people are also new, and they want to know if another person in a similar position to them, how they're actually behaving and moving with these things. A quick note I want to mention: at the first peak, and just before we close, at the first all-time high, one of my buddies was actually sitting on 30K from 500 pounds.
That's
Again, these
three.
guys,
Is that 13? 1 3 or 30?
30, 30.
Wow,
So
that's crazy.
30,000 from 500. So that was a crazy amount. And he actually chose to huddle.
Yeah.
And and me and you have discussed this before, right? I was like, look, even if he sold his entire position up there or like near there, let's say after fees, he could have pocketed, because there's a 10% charge or whatever that Safemoon does, and a little bit here and there. So let's just deduct 5K from the 30K, right? And just assuming he wouldn't have been able to sell it right at the top, realistically speaking. So he would have cashed out 25K. And a few days ago, when we were at that low price there, when it was like 288 something, you can see, like, just before it started peaking again. So I think just around last Sunday, I asked him, I was like, how much have you got in your wallet right now? Right there, yeah, right there. No, actually, a little bit before that. So a little bit before that, can you see the little peak that's going down there? Yeah, a little bit before that as well. Right there, yeah. So yeah, that's around. Yeah, so second exactly on Sunday, and we were at work that day. I asked him, I was like, look, how much have you got in your bag now? And he said something like 7 8 grand, and I'm like, huh. So potentially he could have sold it all at the top, right? And then rebought his position and pocketed like 15 to 20K, right? I mean, that's my understanding from it. So this is why taking profits is really important sometimes. I think if I were in his position, I would have definitely taken some profits up top. But I mean, he chose to hodl it, and but the thing is, we went really high, and chances are we won't go that much higher than the first all-time high. So with these hype coins, it's always very volatile. Again, this is very speculative. We didn't know it was going to come back down this low again. But in hindsight, obviously, like now that you see it, it's easier to kind of say that. But again, so that's why I was even considering, if it does go higher than the first all-time high, I might sell my entire position and then rebuy it at the next dip, and then that way I can take some profits and rebuy my position again. Just a thought. I thought it might be interesting to some people. I mean, if I'm wrong about this, by the way, feel free to comment. But that's my understanding from looking at the chart. So it's always good to take profits.
Very good. So, guys, smash the like button, subscribe, and on a closing note, just like my bro here says, do take partial profits as this keeps going up, and as you gain profits, right here could be a potential time for you to take some profits. Then you see another peak, take another small portion of profits, and all in all, we are not financial advisors, and this is not financial advice. We're just two guys in our home sipping on cold beer and having fun. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. Have a lovely day, and talk to you guys soon.